Welcome to room 39. We're going to begin with a little demonstration of the school rules so you can understand. It's been since Christmas break, just came back, so let's listen up. The first thing we got to realize is some basics here. I don't want to have a lot of rules in this classroom, just two simple ones. Be kind to others and yourself. Make sure, especially for myself, that you raise your hand, ask before you just get up to get a drink of water, or if you need some help in a question, we just don't blurt out. And the same thing with your friends, kind of be respectful to each other. And number two, follow the rules in the school agenda. If you're not sure, look in it, you know what they say. Just follow the rules, those two things, and the rest of the time we can pretty much chill. Consequences, let's say. Warning. You get a warning at first. Now, if you have a warning and you can find the rule that you broke in the agenda, you raise your hand, wait till I call upon you, and then tell me what that rule was, and the warning is removed. It doesn't count against you. This can only be used once a day, so if you do it, you tell me what it was, and I see it, then you don't get a warning. Okay? The second time, though, you do get a warning. The student has used their pass for the first warning by stating the rule they broke, at least you knew what it was. Second time, you do get a warning, but that's it. Third time, you get a student behavior letter. You're going to write a brief letter. Other teachers are doing this, so I'm supposed to do it too. After the student has been warned, if they break another rule, they'll write a student behavior letter. The student will write the questions below and the answers to the questions on a paper to hand to the teacher by the end of the period. That's me, Mr. L. Now, these questions are pretty simple. So you write the question out. Where did this take place? That's pretty simple. Write down. When did this take place? Tell me about the time when it happened. Who was involved with it? Is it just you alone, or is it somebody else? Are you and the teacher, like me, or you and one of your friends? I don't know. 4, how did you break the rule? For example, by yelling out loud when you're supposed to be quiet, or by not doing your work when you're supposed to be on task. What rule did you break? Write down the name of the rule that comes from the agenda. Look it up in the agenda and figure out which rule it is. Why did you break the rule? Well, maybe you had some things going on, you had a bad day, something like that, or you just were upset with a friend, or maybe you're just joking around, but write down why you broke it. What can you do the next time to avoid this? Okay, what are you going to do so you don't get in trouble? And why is the rule so important? Because some rules you figure, God, they don't seem important at all, but try to figure out, in your own words, why do you think they have that rule to begin with? We may not all agree with the rules, but it's kind of good to try to figure out what the heck they're trying to tell us, okay? Like chewing gum. Why do we have that? Example, well, maybe because on the carpet floors have become such a mess. If people wouldn't throw it down on the floor, probably that wouldn't be a rule. We wouldn't have a problem with it. But somebody started doing that, and then that's why they don't want to have it. Anyway, that's just an example. Classroom visitation. Well, that happens after you violate a rule for the 4th time, after you got your exception sorted. You violate 4th time, you'll be sent to another classroom to do your work. Then you'll return not until the end of the period, even if your work is finished. So even though you go over there and say, well, I finished my work, I come back now. Now, tell the teacher you got to wait till the last minute, then you come back. Because that's what the point is, you're there to stay. Not just for work, but for behavior. Now, the last one, the 5th one, well, that's an office referral and detention. Hopefully never have to do that. It's nice if that happens. If a student violates a rule for the 5th time, they'll be sent to the office for the day. Okay? Exceptions. Well, if a student threatens anyone in class, violence, or you cause physical harm by hurting somebody, or you hurt somebody or yourself, or you become extremely defiant of the teacher, like say, I don't care, I'm not doing anything, or you bring illegal drugs or weapons to school, then the teacher will have to send the student immediately to the office. In those cases, got to send you up if any of those things happen. So those are the ones where you don't go through all the warnings. Elastic clauses for the teacher, that's me. The teacher may bypass these rules if they feel it's necessary to restore a peaceful classroom by sending an offending student to the office when necessary. The bottom line is if it's just becoming a problem and we can't teach and can't get the lesson done, or other students can't work because it's just becoming too much of an issue, then we might just have to send you out just so everybody else can work quietly. Okay, but that's extreme. Most people never have to happen. Behavior grades. If you want to know how you get outstanding, it's because you have no warnings or consequences for the semester. That means you got nothing I've never had to talk to you. Satisfactory, you had a few warnings or consequences, but no office referrals, and you never sent out of the classroom for the semester. Needs improvement. Well, that means you got an office referral, a classroom visitation, no more than 5 times, maybe 4 or 3 times. Unsatisfactory, over 5 office referrals or classroom visitations. All right, that ends it. Hope you got it. See you later.